on into our kitchen.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm in here getting supper ready, and I thought I'd show you what we're doing.
What are we doing?
Well, today is going to be a special dinner because I got me a new Fry Daddy, Presto Fry Daddy. I ain't had one of these in years.
Yeah, we used to have one, and I guess we used it all the time.
We used it till we tore it up, so I mean, it's probably been, I'd say, what, 10 years?
Yeah, 10, 15.
So we're going to try out this Fry Daddy. So I figured I'm going to make us some chicken tenders, and we're going to make some potato wedges.
I see them hanging out over there.
So for all this, you're going to need some type of fryer. We're going to use us some peanut oil. That's a big container of oil.
It is a big container of oil.
And then I went ahead and cut up my potatoes into probably fours, I would say. Making wedges, basically. And then I went ahead and put them in covered them in some water. And they've probably been sitting, what do you say, about an hour?
Yeah, I think so.
And then you just pour the water off, and then now you want them to dry. So water and oil don't mix. So you'll need some flour, some seasoned salt, the potatoes, and some chicken for this recipe. It's pretty simple.
Chicken.
So the first thing, since I already got my potatoes prepped, I'm going to go ahead and prep my chicken. So I went to the store. Now you can buy the chicken strips that are already cut up for you in your meat department, but they were $4.99 a pound. I'm cheap. That's a lot of money to me. So they had these boneless, skinless chicken breasts on sale for $2.99 a pound. Of course, I'm not going to use all these. I'm going to freeze, so I got my stuff sitting here to freeze the rest. But I'm going to cut my own up here. So let me get everything ready here, then I'll show you how we're going to cut these up.
Awesome.
Alright, so I'm going to cut up those chicken strips. Get you a sharp knife. And you want to cut off any of this extra fat that's on here. Kind of lay them out here. You're just literally going to make you some strips however you want them. Get in there and cut this fat off. Probably going to cut that one in two. Just kind of cut you some long strips, and then you can kind of decide, you know, is that too long for you? Be careful when you're cutting them because they are slippery. Alright, I'm going to get the rest cut up here and I'll be back. Alright, so we're back. We've got our chicken cut up here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and salt and pepper them. I'm going to use some seasoning salt here. Kind of stir them together. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and pour a little bit of buttermilk on them. Don't really need much buttermilk, you're just doing this to coat them. To have that flour, something to stick to. Alright. So mine are still kind of frozen, so I'm going to set them to the side while I get my potato wedges ready. Alright, so I got my deep fryer turned on. I've got the oil in there, so I'm gonna let that heat up. I'm gonna go ahead and get the wedges ready. I think I'm gonna do them first. So get us a bowl here. So on this one you want whole milk. And an egg. We're going to dredge this together. Probably need like a cup of milk. This is really what you're going to put in here, what you want to season your wedges with. Hard egg. Since they're for the hubby, I'm gonna put some hot sauce. Doesn't really make it hot, or more of a flavor. Beat this egg up here in the hot sauce. Alright, so we're kind of just waiting now for my oil to get hot. Let's see here. The light's off. I don't think that means it's ready, so we're going to wait. Alright, we're back. So I believe we got our oil hot. So we're going to set up our little station here of our milk mixture, our flour, and then we'll go into our oil. So let's see here. Go ahead and put a few wedges in here. Thinking that basket's kind of small. You don't want to overfill your oil. May do 5, we may get 6 here. So you're just going to put them in your milk. Throw them over in your flour. I believe this is a self-rising flour, but I mean you can use anything you want. And you're going to kind of just stir in here. Get them good and covered. Alright. Shake any excess flour off. Lay them in the basket. We may only get 4. I think I'm just going to start with the 4. Alright, lower it in the oil. Those you're going to cook on for about 5 minutes the first time, and then we got to take them out and let them rest a little bit, and then they'll go back in. So this is going to be a 2-step process. Now those were our biggest potato wedges, so I believe the others will be able to fit more. You know what? I got to set me a timer. We'll be back, folks. Alright, so these have been cooking for about 5 minutes. Now they are not done. This is just the first batch that we do. So you're going to take them out, and I've got me a pan here so that way they don't sit and get soggy. But we're going to have to bake these or cook these again once we get the first round of these all done. Then they'll go back in for about 3 more minutes to finish. So I went ahead and floured them here to have them ready. So let's see. I believe these can fit more because these are smaller. I kind of wanted to do the big ones first. Fit one more. Now these will go down for 5 minutes. See? First batch is already looking good, but they're not done yet. We gotta cook them one more time. So we'll be back in a few minutes. We're gonna let these cook up. I'll come back when we're ready for the second cooking. Alright, we got all the potato wedges fried up for the first batch. Now you're gonna start with the ones that you took out first and fry them, but they're only going to go for like 3 minutes now. Put a few more in there, I think. Because now this is just basically we're browning them up good. So I'll go ahead and do these and then we'll be back. Alright, so it's time to get these out. I want those to drain a minute. So this was after the second cooking. You're going to get them out now. Be careful, you don't want to break off any of that crust. And this is when you're going to season them with your whatever you want, but I'm going to use seasoning salt. While they're hot and have some oil, this is the best time to get the seasoning to stick. So those are done. Now we're going to do the second batch. Alright, we're going to let them go for about 3 to 4 minutes so they get good and brown. Alright, so the timer says this batch is done. Alright, so we're getting the last batch out here. Pretty good. We're going to season them up. I'm going to put these in a preheated oven about 200 so they'll stay warm while we're doing the chicken tenders. Alright, so we've had our chicken sitting here in the buttermilk and the seasoning. Now I'm going to use the same flour. That's another reason I did the potato wedges first, so I could use the flour instead of having to waste it. So the potatoes went first. Now I can do the chicken, and then we're going to fry these up too. I do like buying these plastic gloves. When you're doing things like this, you don't get that build up on your hands. Boy, these are going to be good. So we're just going to put some chicken strips over here. Same thing. You're just going to put them in your flour and dust them. So they're in there, taking off any extra flour. You're going to put them in your fryer. See, there's one more. I think we can. I think that'd be good enough. I'll put those in there. Let them fry it. We'll be back. Alright, so just pull these up. They've been going for about 12 minutes. Those turn more into chicken nuggets. Alright, we're going to put this last batch in. And then when you get done with this, you'll want to throw this flour away. No more chicken lamps. These are going down. That'll be the last of the deep fry. So we got our chicken, we got our potato wedges. Just put some rolls in the oven. Be a pretty good supper. And of course, I've made enough for us to eat on a few days. So this is not something we eat all at one time. You know, actually I was thinking I only cut up like 3 or 4 potatoes. Boy, that's made a lot of wedges. You know, I think while we're sitting here, I may have to try one. Mmm. Those turned out real good. See how they're good and soft on the inside? I hate getting a potato wedge and they're not done. Mmm. That's good. Here's our chicken. So I hope y'all like this little video. I was excited about getting that deep fryer today, and I said, well, I think we might fry up some potato wedges. I ain't fixed these in a long time. I've done them in the oven. They're just not the same as deep fried. I don't care what they say. So I hope y'all like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.